Welcome to the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids pregame show. It's game day, which means the West Kent Steamers have made the trek all the way up from Bucktush to face off against the Grand Falls Rapids. It's Halloween night, which means it's going to be a spooky, good matchup here, and there's going to be a lot of action to say at the very least. So first off, we're going to get right into the stats between these two teams. Obviously, head-to-head, it looks quite lopsided. The Rapids rocking a 10-4-1 record on the season. The Steamers, on the other hand, 6-7-3 in sixth place, the last place in the East League North Division. Players head-to-head, Zachary Boudreau and Noah LaRochelle leading the way in goals for the Steamers. Nathan Plemon-Michaud leading the way with 9 goals for the Rapids. Nathan Grenier with 16 assists, Zachary Michaud with 12, and then Grenier overall 22 points, and Zachary Michaud with 18 points on the season. This is where things get a little bit dicey. The goals for and the goals against. 64 goals against for the Rapids, 50 for the Steamers. And then the goals against significantly more, 71 for the Steamers and 45 for the Rapids. So there's a 21 goal differential between the Steamers for their goals against and their goals for. Then we move into the power play and the penalty kill stats. The Steamers with the last place penalty kill in the division. The Rapids with the first place, 23.2% to 14.7%. And the penalty kill, 86.4% for the Rapids, first place in the division again. And for the Steamers, 84.1%, which ranks fourth. Now, this is going to be a game of intensity, ferocity, and who wants it more. So, the two games that the Rapids and Steamers have played together, an overtime win for the Rapids on home ice, that 5-4 game, and then the Steamers ended up winning 4-3 in Bucktush. That was October 5th at the beginning of the month. Season series is tied 1-1. So they're both going to want to win this game real bad. And I'll tell you what, both of these teams, they're not going to stop. They're not going to quit. So you look at the difference between these two teams and what they've been able to accomplish over the course of the season. West Kent is still struggling, and that's honestly no secret to anybody, I think, because you look at the way that they've been playing over the last 3 games, it's not good. With the Rapids, on the other hand, they're coming off a loss against the Miramichi Timberwolves, their first loss at home, and they're looking to rebound here and put some distance between them and the Chaleur Lightning, who are in action tonight. We're going to get you covered on the broadcast. No issue there. But this is going to be a goaltending battle for the ages because Xavier Farah has been playing decently over the last 3 games. Adam LaCour and Jeremy Thibodeau-Soucy, who have been playing insane over the course of the season so far at home. This game is really going to be, I think, a battle of number one, who gets on the board first, and number 2, who's got the better power play. Because, like we mentioned, obviously the Rapids first place on the power play, but they went 1 for 10 in the game against Miramichi. And West Kent, over the last 12 power plays, they went 1 for 12. So they haven't been generating a whole lot either. But it really comes down to it because, well, West Kent, their penalty kill is not as strong as Grand Falls, but the power play is. West Kent's power play is not strong, but the penalty kill is for the Rapids, right? So it really just comes down to special teams and how they're going to balance each other out. I think it's going to be big. Both teams need to have a strong game from their key players. Nathan Grenier is one of those guys you do not want to let him get into the zone. Though he's a defenseman, he's very, very offensive, and he will make you pay any time that he gets in front of that crease. So shut him down. Shut down Zachary Boudreau, 12 points this season. 9 of those points are goals. And those are the guys, the two X-Factor players alongside Noah LaRochelle that you need to be able to neutralize. Because once you get past them, their defense is not the best. Sure, it's solid, but it's obviously not the best in the league. It's far from it. The Rapids are missing Anton Tobolnitsky. He's going to be out tonight. I will have the game time lineup for you as well, but Tobolnitsky's not going to be playing tonight. That's a big loss for the Rapids. I mean, obviously, he's dealing with an injury, and we don't know how much time he's going to miss, to tell you the truth. So it's going to be a little bit of a big loss on the back end, but you still have some solid defensemen in Isaac Allard, Matthias Cyr, so many great players on that blue line that can not take his place, but can stand in when they need them to and just play the way that they can. So that's a big, big thing. Now, when it comes to the record in the last few games for the Steamers, they've struggled. And to say that they've struggled, I think, is an understatement there. In their last 10, they're 2-6-2. So by no means am I saying is this going to be a cakewalk for the Rapids, but should be a good game where the Rapids have a real good chance at winning. So with that said, this is going to be not just a high-pressure game for the Rapids, but it's going to be one that's going to kind of kick the Steamers in the ass a little bit too, because they want to win and get out of the basement. So this is going to be a big game tonight, and they have the Chaleur Lightning on Sunday. So we'll talk a little bit about that matchup. The Rapids this season have had Chaleur's number. They beat them both times that they played, and it was no exception. I mean, last Friday, a week ago today, they played a terrific game in the second period and third period. They started a little bit slow in the first, but they ended up turning it around and really struck in and proved that they're a solid team. So there's that too. Final thoughts. This is going to be a big game. Obviously, like I mentioned, it's Halloween night, and there's a lot going on around the rink. Not just for the game, but there's going to be the Blue Jays Game 6 World Series watch party right after. It's going to be on the big screen at inside the rink, so you want to be there for that as well. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be fun. I want you to go out there, cheer on the Rapids as well as you can, and make sure that you're making as much noise as you can, because this is going to be a big game, big fight feel. Expect it to be chippy. Expect it to be a high-scoring game. But above all else, expect this to be one of the games of the year. We'll see you for the post game here right after the game.